Welcome to Wild Light Photography.
Life in a duck pond has long been a familiar metaphor for peace and tranquility. But the real world beneath the surface, in a pond ruled by a family of coots, is anything but calm and predictable. To an inattentive passerby, the pond may appear dull and uneventful. But if you stop and observe, you soon discover a world teeming with life, hidden stories, and everyday drama. A young wagtail balances on a branch rising from the vegetation, exploring the hidden world of the pond as it searches for insects to catch for dinner. A coot slowly glides across the still, mirror-like surface of the pond. Something in the distance seems to have caught its attention. Suddenly, the calm is shattered by a burst of splashing water. The coot launches itself forward, racing across the surface at incredible speed. But this time, it is not a charge to drive away an intruder. Instead, the coot rushes across the pond to join its partner in a playful display of sparring, perhaps teaching their young ones how to fight like a true coot. A lone female goldeneye keeps a watchful eye on the coot's display from a safe distance, ready to take flight if necessary. But this time, there is no reason to flee, and she calmly carries on with her day. After all that sparring, it is time to restore some energy. Mother Coot and one of her 3 chicks feed side by side, enjoying what the pond has to offer. Their diet is mainly plant-based, consisting of aquatic plants, seeds, and shoots. But they also add some extra protein from insects, larvae, snails, and other small creatures living in the pond. Meanwhile, on the other side of the pond, the lone female goldeneye takes the opportunity to preen her feathers. Keeping them clean and in perfect condition is essential, and in this busy little world, it is best to take the chance whenever it comes. She is alone. Perhaps she never found a mate this season, or perhaps her young have already left her care and begun their own journey in life. Goldeneyes are also known for forming creches, where ducklings from several broods may gather together under the watchful eye of one or a few females, a clever strategy that increases their chances of survival. Once her feathers are perfectly preened, she takes the opportunity to feed. Unlike the coots, the goldeneye searches beneath the surface, diving for aquatic insects, larvae, small crustaceans, snails, and other tiny creatures hidden in the pond. The coot is known for its fiery temperament and its fierce defense of its territory. But it is not acting out of anger, it is simply following its instincts. And among those instincts is also the need to show affection and strengthen the bond with its partner. And whenever she hears her chicks calling, she is quick to come to their aid, no matter what they may need. Although the young coots are now old enough to find food on their own, they still return to their parents for an occasional meal. They are living in the delicate stage between childhood and independence, slowly learning the skills they need to make their own way in the world. One of the young coots keeps a little more to itself. It does not seem to seek its parents' attention in the same way. Perhaps it has matured a little faster than its siblings, or perhaps it is simply eager to prove itself. It feeds independently and with determination, making the most of what the pond has to offer. On the other side of the pond, the lone goldeneye continues foraging. She dives beneath the surface, searching among the muddy bottom and underwater vegetation for small creatures hidden below. Growing more independent with each day, the young coot discovers a perfect little treasure among the plants. For a brief moment, it looks back towards its mother, perhaps simply seeking reassurance, or perhaps sharing a quiet bond only they understand. But its mother has already discovered a meal of her own. The young coot's offering goes unnoticed, leaving it to enjoy the little treasure for itself. Beyond the water's edge, the surrounding world is full of activity. A blue tit moves gracefully among the apple blossoms, searching for tiny insects drawn to their sweet fragrance. For a brief moment, the old apple tree becomes a small world of its own, filled with life. Suddenly, the relative silence is broken by a rush of chirping and the sound of tiny splashes. A flock of starlings arrives at the pond, landing in groups along the water's edge to enjoy an evening bath in the last warm sunlight of the day. After a long day, they gather here, side by side. Water splashes around them as they bathe eagerly, clean their feathers, and prepare for the coming night. For a brief moment, the quiet pond is filled with movement and energy, before calm slowly returns to the water and the summer day gently comes to an end. After their evening bath, they take off together as one flock and fly up into the trees to dry in the evening sun and the gentle summer breeze. There, they remain for a while, preening their feathers and enjoying the last warmth of the day before the night slowly takes over. The silence they leave behind suddenly feels different. Something is in the air. It is unclear what has triggered this sudden shift in the pond's social dynamics. Perhaps someone has crossed an invisible boundary or come a little too close. In nature, there are rules we cannot always see, but rules that everyone here must follow. Just like with humans, the young do not only learn from what their parents tell them, but above all from what their parents do. Instinctively, the young coots begin to imitate the behavior of the adults, chasing away other inhabitants of the pond. A behavior that may seem harsh, but in nature is often about defending their space and increasing their chances of survival. For a brief moment, the tension seems to have faded. A complete silence spreads across the pond. It is as if nature is holding its breath. But suddenly, from one second to the next, the calm is shattered. Chaos returns to the pond. But just as suddenly as it began, it fades away. Calm returns and life at the pond continues as before. But with one important difference for the coots: the other inhabitants of the pond have been reminded where the boundaries lie. As long as everyone follows a few simple rules, there is room for all. Here, the inhabitants of the pond can continue to share this little world and enjoy the peaceful life of a duck pond. After a small evening meal together with their mother, the chicks take the opportunity to explore their little world within the pond. They play with each other, swim away on tiny adventures, and investigate everything they find along the way. Every leaf, every twig, and every little movement could be something new to discover, or perhaps something they can eat. Once the hierarchy has been established and everyone knows their place, life at the pond continues peacefully. At times, it may even seem as if the coots appreciate the presence of their neighbors in the pond. While the ducks graze along the water's edge, the coot takes the opportunity to preen its feathers and enjoy a moment of calm. A young coot spends some time solving a little problem. Curiously, it explores its surroundings and tries different approaches to understand the world around it. Every new challenge becomes an opportunity to learn something new, a small but important step on the journey towards becoming independent. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me on this journey. You are warmly invited to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wildlight Photography. Feel free to like, share, and leave a comment. It helps the channel grow and means a lot to me. It also makes it even more rewarding to continue exploring nature and creating new films.